Hi everyone, it's Pip here from Pip Art Creations. Today I'm going to make a quick YouTube video on how you can change any jar. Here, right, I have a Nescafe jar. Yeah, instant coffee of choice when I run out of pods. This project is for anyone that wants to upcycle. They can upcycle all kinds of jars, whether they be mason jars, your pasta jars, your jam jars, your peanut butter jars. And also this project is kind of goes in part with what's going on in the world today with the uncertainty that's there with the children being home. So this project is not only just for adults, but it's also a project that you can have your children do at home. And this project, in light of everything, I'm going to call the Gratitude Jar Project. So the plan is to upcycle this jar using minimal supplies and to use it, whether you use sticky notes or whether you just use notes, to be able to write something every day or every other day or whenever your heart desires, and to put a note in there and to say, what am I grateful for? So this is my Grateful Jar project. And then you, if and when you choose, you can just pick one out and remember what you are grateful for. And this is a good project to do, virus or no virus out there. So let's get going. So you can grab any jar that you want. I removed the labels of my jars using a heat tool. You can also soak this in hot water and use a scraper or something to that effect to remove the label. So I'm going to remove the lid. And the first thing that we're going to do with this jar is that we're going to come in and we're going to coat it with some DaliART white gesso. So now I also have a sponge dauber here because I like the effect that it gives. It's almost like a little, almost concrete-like look, kind of rough stucco effect. Not concrete, more stucco effect. So let's get going. So the first thing I do is I'm actually going to put the white gesso on my brush. So we'll put that there. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to start dabbing it on like this. I hope you guys can see that. And you're just dabbing it on. And if you have a look, it's already giving you almost like a speckled effect. Now you're going to do this all over the jar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let that dry. Now you can also let this heat dry. Okay. And you do this all over the jar and you cover it all the way around. Now, what I've done is I have already done a jar that I have gone ahead and done 2 coats on using the DaliART white primer. Okay, so I'm going to bring that over. It's right here, so it's already done. Now, in terms of the lid, what I've done, I've also done the same thing. I've just basically taken the white primer and I've come around and I've done 2 coats. Okay, now even though I've done 2 coats and this is dark, as you can see, it gives a nice effect. So good coverage with that. Okay, so we have our jar here. Now, with my jar ready, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing some decoupage on it. And I looked through my rice papers. I have so many Stampin' rice papers. And today I'm working with rice papers that give you a couple of options. So basically it's not one sheet of a rice paper, it's got 4 sections to it. So let me show that to you first. I went with this rice paper simply because it seemed perfect to make a gratitude jar. It's from the Blue Stars collection. And it's got some really neat sayings on it, like kindness can change the world, creating moments live, just like the butterfly, I will awake in my own time. So I really like this rice paper. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Now, normally, Dalia and I like to use rice paper with taking a wet brush to it, so we get like that not so straight line cut. But I did want to give you a tip about rice paper. When you are using rice paper, this is actually on white cardstock, so you can make cards with this. When you are using rice paper, do know that it is so thin that it will actually pick up the color behind it. So I'll show you an example of what I mean. I mean, you can even see it here, the difference between having the brown craft mat and then having the one with the white cardstock behind it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you want to paint your jar a different color, make sure at least under the rice paper where you attach it, you are going to have white, because this is a difference between having white and having a darker cardstock. Let me see if I can get it good. So as you can see, the dark one is picking up dark color and the white one is totally crystal clear. So if you want a really crystal clear image and not to pick up the background color, then just do white wherever you're going to put the rice paper down. So, and I like these rice papers because you can do lots more with the rice paper that you have left over. So what I've already done is that I have already cut out the images from that rice paper that I would like to use. So I'm going to use this little girl right here. And this is from the Blue Stars collection. And I'm going to use this saying right here. And the saying says, just like the butterfly, I will awaken in my own time. So I just thought this was perfect for a little gratitude jar. And again, this is a great project to do with the children. So first step, you're going to primer your jar. Next, we're going to be using the Decoupage matte medium from PentArt. Now, there are three, just so you know. The one I'm using is for cardstock, canvases, wood, any substrate that is not glass or textile. If you're using glass, and I'm hoping to do a clock or a plate for you in the upcoming weeks, then you would use the ceramic. I had the wrong one there. The ceramic decoupage medium. This is for glass. And then this one is for textile. If you're putting rice paper down on, like, let's say you're going to make your own canvas bag, you want to put rice paper down on a t-shirt. What it basically means is that it is washable. And what the ceramic one means is that you can also wash your glass. So there you have the different decoupage mediums, but for our purposes today, we're just going to be using the matte medium. So your jar is painted, and the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to come in and decoupage on your little girl where you would like her. There's so many different images. They're all very different. You can pick whichever image you want. And the way I like to do this, depending on what project it is, I just like to, first of all, place down where I would like my girl to be. So she seems about right, just about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just putting her down right here and just doing a very thin line, and then she will be glued down just in that area. And then what you want to do is you just want to keep working at this and work your way down just to cover underneath to where you will actually glue it down, and then just do a very thin layer over the top, just very, very thin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue her down here. And this decoupage medium will dry matte. And this is a project that I don't want to be shiny. I want it to be very matte. Okay, so let me do that. We have so much to be grateful for. I know there's a lot going on right now. But this just seemed a really nice project, especially with the children being at home right now. And again, because it dries matte, if you do go outside of your edges, not to worry, because you won't know where the actual matte medium went down and where it did not. So already, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And then on the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my saying down right there. Okay, so we'll just put that down. Sorry about the lighting. It seems like there's a shadow here. I'm going to just see if I can turn off this lamp. That's a bit better. So let's go with this. Such a learning process. We miss you, Paul, our technical guy. But I'm really hoping that these videos are being inspiring for you. Here I'm actually just putting the glue on the back. So you want to put it down. And once you got it down, you always want to do a quick layer over it. And this protects it and makes it waterproof. So how easy was that? I think the children will love this project, and it gives them something to look back on during this time of uncertainty. So there you have that, and look at that. What a big difference. We went from a plain white jar to all of a sudden having this beautiful image on there. Okay, so in terms of this, what I did with the lid, I actually came in with some Dekor paint. I love Dekor paint because it gives it a chalk finish. And I wanted that chalk finish to go with the matte finish of the white primer on here. And I noticed that that's not quite glued down. So let me come glue that star down. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm feeling a little bit better. Dali's been taking good care of me as well as a family. I think I was just feeling a little bit under the weather. I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope these videos are being inspirational to you. So there you have it. We've already started something that we just primered white, and we have these beautiful little messages on it, and we can put some notes into there. Now, the next step that I'm going to do is I am going to be using some glitter paste. I don't know if you can see that, but that's just scrumptious glitter paste there. It's a Pentart glitter paste, and it's called Rainbow. And it's got these little iridescent little glitter in there. Now, all these products are water soluble, which is great. And I'm going to be stenciling using this stencil that actually belongs with the Blue Stars collection. So I'm just going to put it on a green background so maybe you can see it a little bit better. I love the scrapbook pad, and I'm really loving the stencils that go with it. So it's basically Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And it's actually the same girl that is used on my decoupage. Now, all I'm going to be using of this stencil is the stars. And what we're going to basically be doing is I'm going to be stenciling on stars randomly on the front of my jar so that they sparkle. So we're just going to put this down. And again, I can see that lighting there. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. It's making everything blue. But basically, all you're going to do is be stenciling through these stars around the girl and randomly where you want them. Now, the decoupage medium dries relatively fast, so I'm not going to even worry about drying that. And I'm going to, again, go to my trusty palette knife here. And we're just going to go ahead and we are going to stencil in the stars. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the glitter paste, and you can just randomly stencil where you would like those stars. There's no right or wrong way. Use some big stars, use some small stars. I will post pictures of the completed project, so hopefully you can see these stars a little bit better. I love these stencils because they are so bendable, and you can use them however you wish. Wrap them around candles, wrap them around jars. You can wrap them around vases. They're just so versatile to use. Some stencils can be a little bit hard, so you can't wrap them around projects. But with this one, I really, really do like it. So I'm just going to finish off here. I don't need a lot. I just want something so it makes it kind of pop, and also something that glistens. So it's a gratitude jar. You got to have some sparkle. We all love our glitter. Do a couple more here. And then I think we are just about set. I'm going to do a few more small ones. Just want to get them around her too. It's just a very simple process. And I think I'm very happy with the way they are looking. I have my little bucket here that I'm putting my stencil into right away with my palette knife. And you can't really see them on here, but there are little, no, you can't see them, but maybe they're a little bit, you can see the little glimmery stars. See if I can focus in on that. It's not working. There you go. You can see them a little bit there. So now you have your jar with your little stars on it. And the next step that I'm going to do is, I'm looking through the corner of my eye, seeing Dali working there in the corner. The next step that I'm going to do, just to give this a little bit of more depth, is I'm going to come in with my Dekor paint, the chalk paint. And I'm just going to put a little bit down here. And we're going to come in with a little bit of water. We're going to water that down. So basically what I'm going to be doing is our favorite thing that Dali and I love doing is doing some splatters. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically come in and give it some splatters. And this is just to break up that white that's in there. So you're just giving it some splatters. And I'll show you what that looks like. You can see the little speckles on there. It just breaks up the white. You don't have to do this. This is just optional. I just like doing it. I think I just like get my fingers dirty. This is really a quick and easy project. Like I said, this is great for the children that are at home right now, and moms and dads are looking something to occupy them, for them to do. Dali's gonna kill me because I've got splatters on her laptop. Oh, she's like, what?
What?
Uh-huh. Love having Dali here because we just vibe off each other, and it's like good healthy competition. And she's like, what video are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, what video are you doing tomorrow? And I'm just like, well, I'm gonna do something for the kidlets. So guess what she's doing? She's trying to come up with something for the kidlets too, which is just great. So I'm just gonna keep going around here and just giving it some little splatters. And I chose a gray because I think the gray is a nice gentle color, but looks good against the white. I didn't want to go with a black or a blue. I didn't want to do too blendy. So we'll see what that looks like. Like I said, I will post pictures once this is all done. I'm actually just really liking this project. I'm thinking what is it? My wheels are turning in my head. I don't even know. What is that saying? The gears are going in my head. What is that saying? I can't even remember now.
The cogs are moving.
The cogs are moving. I don't know. But I'm thinking, okay, this is good washroom decor. This is like, oh, I can't wait. Now I'm thinking actually, I'm going to actually glitter up her little wand, the star there. But see how easy is that? How gorgeous is that? So I'm going to open up my glitter paste again. I'll put my spatula oh, my palette knife in the water, so let me just dry that off. And I am just going to bling up her star, which is not too hard to do. Mind you, I could have used the Pentart glitter pen to do this because that has a fine, oopsie daisy, that has a fine tip, and that would have allowed me to. Oh no, I've managed to get it down now. But you can bling this as much as you want. And there's so many different glitter paste colors that you don't have to go with the rainbow. I went with the rainbow because I just thought it was so subtle and so pretty, and it's iridescent, and you will be able to see it. Now, this happens when you're not paying attention. I put the Dekor paint lid on my rainbow paste. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna be in trouble because I got Dekor paint all over this. Okay. So, but my workshop, my rules.
Yeah, I got told off earlier.
Yeah, Dali got told off earlier because she wasn't cleaning up her workshop area. But because this is my workshop area, I can make some mistakes. So there we go. Right lid on right product. Okay, so there we have it. So that's it. I mean, how easy was that, and how cute is that? And I wish you could see like the little, oh, there you go. You can see the glitter paste on the star now. That's just so perfect. And then on the back, you have that beautiful saying, just like the butterfly, I will awaken in my own time. And just imagine going back to this, having an off day, or you're just not, you know, feeling yourself, and being able to dip into your jar and being able to say, oh, wow, this is what I'm grateful for. Now, in terms of the lids, you can do a couple of options. First of all, you don't need a lid. You can leave it as it is. Second, you can put a lid on. And this is, like I said, the gray Dekor that I put on the top from the one that I just used for the splatters. Some other options that you can do is you can take some lace and you can just make it like really, really pretty. What do you think, Dali?
Maybe that's really pretty.
And maybe put a little bow on the front. You can actually glue down a little knobs that you can get, or like a big like diamond knob, and you can have it like that. If you don't want a lid because you don't want to open it every time you want to see what you're grateful for, you can again just take the lace and you can wrap it around here, and you know, and put a bow on the front. But
it's just beautiful. I like it like that, actually.
Yeah, how pretty is that? How simple is that? This is a project anybody and everybody can do. And you know, there's so many different rice papers that we have at DaliART and PipArt that allow you to do these little cutouts, have these little sayings, and quick, simple YouTube video from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will post the final product pic. Sorry, look at my nails, so bad. And I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care of each other, keep your distance, and we really appreciate all the comments. We really appreciate all the feedback. And thank you to all of those that have come by for a drive-by, for curbside pickup. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day, and we will see you soon with a new video. Like I said, now that I've done a project that's kid-friendly, Dali is busy working over there, working on her kid-friendly project. But very simple, but very effective project. Just imagine the possibilities of what you can do. Okay, love you guys. Take care. Have a good evening. We'll see you soon.